Marriage is a blessing. Marriage is a union between a man and a woman. It's actually a blessing, and people go into marriage most times without even knowing the person they are about to marry. So there are things you need to consider. There are things you need to find out, check out before you go into marriage. Marriage is not something that you quickly rush into, because so many people divorce today because they rush into marriage with the wrong motive. So I want you to watch this video from beginning to the end, especially if you are a young girl or man, a young man who is not yet married, you are about to marry, or you are dating, you are in the preparation stage and about to get married. I need you to watch this video to the end so that you can find out those things that you need to consider before you go into marriage, before you accept to marry him or her. So number one thing you need to consider is this. You must make sure that the person that you are about to get married to is your best friend. Whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, and you want to get married, make sure the person you are in a relationship with is your best friend. There's nothing very, very interesting like marrying your best friend. It is the best thing that can happen to you in your marriage. It will make that marriage to last. It will make that marriage to be beautiful and sweet. So make sure that the person you're about to get married to is your best friend. You can imagine where two people are friends. You know how they behave to each other. They laugh together, they talk together, they communication, everything goes on well because they are friends. So you can imagine that kind of relationship, and then you bring it into marriage. There are certain people that they are very good friends. You see a man and a woman, they are very good friends. They can't even do without each other. They love each other. In fact, they like each other so much. Like they want to be with anybody. They can depend on themselves. They can depend on themselves. They can trust themselves. They can always have their backs. That is how it will be like when you marry someone who is your friend, who is your best friend. At every point in time, they are close to each other. They know what's the next move of that person. They know what you can do. They know they've studied you. They know everything about you. When somebody comes to say something that they know you cannot do, they will not accept it. In this kind of marriage, it will be very difficult for someone to dictate for your husband, or for someone to dictate for your wife, or to say something bad about you, and your husband and your wife will accept it. So that is one reason it is better you marry someone who is your best friend, because that kind of marriage, they last. Nothing, they had to separate it. If they had, even if the enemy come, they will still stand the test of time. Even when there is problem, they will stand the test of time. So if you want to get married, please consider that part. It is very, very interesting. And not just when you go and see somebody, you just jack on somebody, you see the person, you get up and marry that person. You don't even know anything about the person. You are not friendly with the person. And that is that kind of marriage that when you come to a married home, a husband and wife, you hardly find them gisting. They cannot even communicate effectively. They hardly talk to each other because they are not friends. What this person likes is not what this person likes. They are just doing their things separately. Or what is really the only thing that is bringing them together is the children, or maybe about the family. Everybody is living their life the way they like. That is not marriage for me. So it is better you get married to someone who is your best friend, who is your good friend, okay? It will make your marriage to last. It will make your marriage to stand the test of time, okay? Number two thing you need to consider before you get married to that man, before you get married to that woman, is that you must know the family that he or she is coming from and their perception about you. How does the family take you? What do they think about you? You must know them, the kind of family is coming from. If it is something you can put up with, there are certain families that you cannot just go and marry. If you marry them, you're putting yourself into trouble. So in that way, it is better you stop it than going into something that will bring a problem for you. So before you marry, before you get married to anybody, before you get married to your husband or to your wife, please get to know the family that you are going into, or the family you are bringing that woman from. It has a lot to do. It will have a lot of effects in your home. So make sure you know the mother, you know the father, you know the siblings that you are of the person you are getting married to, so that you can be able to know if it is something you can be able to manage. Because there are certain families that you get married to, it means you will later regret it, especially when you don't know, when you are not aware that this is how they behave or how they do things. So get to know the person before you get married to that person. The next one is that you have to know your partner's future plans. Yes, this is something that you get to find out during your relationship stage. When you are dating, you have to find out what the plans of that man is. You have to find out what the plans of that woman is, so that you will not be planning A, the man will be planning B. You have to be sure that his future plans tallies with your own. Maybe you want to marry and you want to live abroad, and the man is that kind of person that doesn't want to live abroad. Or you want to do this kind of business, or you want to work as a woman, and that man you want to get married to is that kind of man that doesn't want his wife to work. My dear, this will cause a trouble in your marriage. So you have to find out everything he thinks about his marriage in the future, what he is planning in the future. Let him tell you, so that there will be an agreement, so that there won't be problem in the future. So go ahead and find out all these things in your dating stage, so that you'll be able to know if you're accepting the marriage or not. Please, this is very, very important. Go ahead and find out the partner's future plans. Is very important. Then the next one is the number 4, is that you have to find out that this your partner can trust you and believe in you for who you are. Yes, some people, show yourself. Don't go and show the extravagant part of you, like show a woman that you have money and then maybe you don't even have. If you go and show the woman that, oh, you have all the money in the world, maybe you borrow car or you borrow something just to flex her at that moment, and then before you know it, she might be thinking that you have money, and then because of that, she will not accept to marry you. Then tomorrow, you now come and be telling her stories. You are bringing a problem in your marriage. You better show yourself the way you are. Just show the woman who you are. Show yourself. If she will trust you and believe in you for who you are, then that is okay. If that woman does not like you, maybe because you don't have money, or because of the way your house is, or because of everything about it, especially financially, she doesn't like you, my dear, it is better she know you and believe in you and trust in you. And then as for the women, show yourself. Don't go and be behaving like, oh, your parents have money, they live abroad, or start showing things that will make the man to want to marry you. Then at the end of the day, you now come and be telling the man that this is how it is, so I am. They don't deceive your partner. Show yourself so that the man will know you and believe in you and know what he's going into. This is one of the things that causes problem in marriage. A lot of people pretend to their partners to be who they are not, and then tomorrow after the marriage, they will now start coming out little by little. And this is some of the things that makes them to start having second thoughts about the marriage, to start having regrets about the marriage, and this will cause a problem in the marriage in the long run. So go ahead and show yourself the way you are. Allow the man or the woman trust in you, believe in you. Find out if that man trust in you, if that man believe in you. Find out if that woman trusts in you, if she believe in you for who you are. That is what you need to get to know for you to be able to know that this marriage will work, okay? If you find out these things before you accept the marriage or before you go into that marriage, then the next one is that you have to know his perception about marriage. You have to find out what that man think about marriage. Ask this question in your dating stage. Ask am wetin him take say marriage be. Remember that marriage is not a child's play. Marriage is not a playing ground where you come. It's not for boys. It's for matured men and women. It's for people who are matured, not even by age, but by mind. Because if you accept to get married, there are rules and regulations in marriage. So if you accept to marry and then you are breaking the rule, that means you don't want that marriage to progress. You don't want that marriage to stand. So if you get married and you are always breaking the rules of marriage, that means you are not ready for marriage. So marriage is not a thing of children. It's not a place where children come and do anyhow. So if you are getting married, find out what that man think about marriage. What does he think about? Find out certain things about marriage and find out his perception about marriage and what he think will happen in marriage. If he's going to carry his single life into the marriage life, find out all these things and then you get to hear from your partner to find out if they are going to continue to live their single life in their marriage life. Okay, so this is one of the things you need to find out for you to be able to go into marriage and succeed. Then finally, another thing you need to find out is his readiness. Before you get ready for marriage, you must have something doing. You must be ready financially, emotionally, and otherwise. Make sure that that person is ready for marriage, because you cannot say you want to get married when you don't have anything to support the marriage, when you're not doing anything. You just want to say it. It's not something you say with the word of mouth. You must be capable, because a lot of needs will arise when you get married, especially when you start having children. You train them in school, you do some other things. So you must be ready and very much ready, especially financially, to take care of that marriage. Okay, so thank you so much. If you're still watching this video at this moment, thank you for watching. Please go ahead and share this video, give it a huge thumbs up, so that some other people who need to see this and benefit from the advice. And God will bless you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much. Remain blessed. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye. If this is your first time of watching this video, go ahead and subscribe, comment, and also share this video. God bless you. Remain blessed. Bye.